Hello, church family. I wanted to bring this video to you this week from the beautiful, sunshiny Robert Trent Jones golf courses here in Prattville, Alabama. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the sunshine that I wanted. It's been raining, pouring down rain the last 2 days. It's real foggy this morning, but I wanted to bring you this video anyway. You know, and I got to thinking, even though I didn't get the sunshine that I wanted, God's plan is much better than my plan. His plan's greater than my plan. And oftentimes in the church, we try to do the same thing. We think we know how to please God, so let's do it, and we jump in doing it our way instead of waiting on God. And I also thought of a couple of other things while I was out here, or while I was thinking about this video. And one is, I wasn't going to play golf today or this week. I don't have my golf clubs. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't play. I couldn't play effective. I would not be effective at playing golf. I've got a couple of friends here that would loan me their clubs if I wanted to use them, and I'm very grateful for that. But I realized, too, that that wouldn't do me any good because they're both right-handed and I'm left-handed. I could not be effective playing there. And, you know, we do that in the church, too. We hear of something that really worked for somebody else, so we want to bring that into our church. Man, we heard about this church in Louisville that did this, or in Lexington that did something great event, and so we should bring that here and do that here. Folks, I don't know if you've ever noticed it or not, but a copy is never as good as the original. And we need to be original in what we do for God and how we serve God, using the strengths and the gifts that He's given us, not somebody else's tools. We find their principles and can use those. Then I also remembered a time when my nephew was 12 or 13 years old. I gave him a set of golf clubs, and he used them for a couple of years, and then he stopped using them. And I didn't get upset with him for not using them because I realized why. He had outgrown them. He's in his late 20s today. If he was trying to use them today, it would be very ineffective because he'd be holding those handles down around his knees. And you know what? We do similar things in the church too, only we don't give up what we had 15 years ago. We try to hang on to those things. We think, well, it worked back then. It's going to work again today. God's not using the same techniques that He used 15, 20, 30 years ago. God has gifted us uniquely right now at Springfield Baptist Church, and we need to determine what that is and how He strengthened us. So next Sunday, what we're going to do at 4 o'clock, next Sunday, January the 26th at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting called Next Steps Meeting. We're going to look at what are some of those things and the strengths that God has given us. What has God given us today? Not 15 years ago, not 20 years ago. What has God given us today that we're supposed to be using for Him? We're supposed to be using to fulfill the Great Commission through His purposes and His ways. So I'll see you next Sunday, church. Please be there. Do everything you can to be a part of this because you are the church and we are determining the future of Springfield Baptist Church. God bless. I'll see you then.